Assalamualaikum to our beloved lecturer, Professor Madya Dr. Siti Sarah Ibrahim, and my fellow classmates. Today, we would like to present about struggles for academic excellence among Uitm Rembau students. So before we start, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is NURULHUDA binti Mat Ali.
My name is PUTRI binti Muhammad SABRIE. My name is DARWISYAH binti HAIRIL.
And my name is MILA HANIM binti Muhammad RASDI.
So let's begin with the introduction.
Academic excellence is one of the most important goals in higher education. It shows how much a student has grown in knowledge and skills, and also opens doors to job opportunities, scholarship, and personal success. This study looks at the specific problems faced by students at University Technology Mara Uitm Rembau. After the pandemic, learning has changed. Many students now face new challenges with online learning, digital assignment, and managing their own study time. By understanding students' habits, routines, and struggles, this research aims to find ways to help them, whether through better university policies, support programs, or changes in daily habits. The goal is to help students achieve academic excellence. At Uitm Rembau, like at many other universities, students face many challenges, both academic and personal, that can make it hard for them to reach academic success. Each student's situation is different, but we found some common patterns. These include poor time management, unhealthy lifestyle habits, weak study strategies, and difficulty adjusting to university life. Because of these challenges, it's important to understand what Uitm Rembau students are going through. This study aims to identify those problems and offer helpful, targeted suggestions to improve both academic results and student overall well-being.
This survey explores the struggles faced by Uitm Rembau students in achieving academic excellence, focusing on three key areas: lifestyle, time management, and study methods. The lifestyle section looks at students' sleep, exercise, and eating habits, as these affect energy and focus. The time management section examines how students organize their study time, daily tasks, and challenges they face. Lastly, the study methods section identifies preferred techniques, study environments, and ways students stay focused. Overall, this survey aims to provide insights and recommendations to help improve academic performance and study habits among Uitm Rembau students.
Next, for the scope, students from the University Technology Mara Uitm Rembau campus are the center of focus. The research will show the social and academic environment specifically in Uitm Rembau. From the findings, the scope consists of male and female students from the ages 18 to 30 years old. Apart from that, the respondents were from 6 diploma and degree programs, which are BA 111, BA 119, CDIM 110, CDIM 260, MC 110, and MC 243. Lastly, the total of respondents were 41 students. Next, for the method of investigation, the research applied a quantitative approach by using a structured questionnaire as the primary method. A Google form was created as it is an easy access and collection method for the participants. There are 4 sections in the Google form. So for the first section, it collected their demographic data. The second section collected the student's lifestyle. The third section is about time management. And lastly, the fourth section touches on the topic of their study methods. As for the limitation, the survey's dependence on self-reported data is one of its main drawbacks. Deliberate or unintentional respondents may give answers that are misleading or biased. So firstly, the survey was sent out to the people in a certain demographic, which are the students from Uitm area or a certain age range. Other than that, the results might not be statistically significant because there were a small number of responders, which are only 41 respondents. And finally, people without a reliable internet connection or those who feel uncomfortable utilizing digital technologies are automatically excluded from the poll because it is performed online.
The first data that we collected are about the students' demographic data. The first question is about their age. Based on the bar chart, the majority of respondents, 32 students, are aged between 18 to 20 years old. Another 9 students are aged 21 to 25, and there were no respondents from the 26 to 30 age group. Next, about their program code. Based on the bar chart, most respondents, 27 students, are from the BA111 program. This is followed by BA119 with 5 students and MC110 with 4 students. CDIM260 has 3 respondents and the smallest group are CDIM110 and MC243 with only 1 student each. Overall, BA111 students made up the majority of this survey. And lastly, about their gender. Based on the pie chart, the gender distribution shows that the majority of respondents are female with 29 students. The remaining 12 students are male. This indicates that more female students responded to the survey than male students.
So for the next section, we have collected data on the students' lifestyle. So firstly, this bar chart portrays the information about how many hours of sleep they usually get on school days of the 41 students. The highest percentage is for 5 to 6 hours of sleep, which is 61% of the students. This indicates that most of the students are lacking sleep according to a general health guideline. The second highest percentage is 24.4%, states that students get less than 5 hours of sleep. So this consequently means that students are getting severe sleep deprivation. This is followed by 14.6% of students getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. This is the right amount of sleep that students and adolescents should consider. However, 0% of the students have more than 8 hours of sleep. This reveals that students are struggling to get optimal rest because of academic stress. So next, this pie chart shows the data collected for how often do you exercise in a week for the 41 students. The majority of students, 61%, responded that they exercise 1 to 2 times a week. This implies that students are getting below the average recommended level of exercise each person should carry out. The second highest shows that 22% of respondents do not exercise at all in a week. This shows that students have a very low physical activity and energy used, which can lead to a negative impact on their bodies. This is followed by 12.2% of students responding to 3 to 4 hours of exercise in a week. This signifies that students are getting closer to the standard health guidelines. And lastly, the smallest group of students, 4.9%, responded that they exercise every day. This shows that these students have a regular, consistently healthy habit, which is most ideal. And lastly, this bar chart depicts data from the question, how healthy is your diet? A large number of respondents, 61%, have voted that their diet is not in good shape. By this, students are lacking nutrition due to consuming too many unhealthy foods. Next, the second largest group of the students, 36.6%, responded that they have a quite healthy diet. The students consider their diet behavior to be adequate. Next, a very small number of students, 2.4%, state that they frequently eat unhealthy food. This means that they regularly consume calorie-dense food. And lastly, none of the students, 0%, have a very healthy diet. This shows that they are not adhering to the ideal nutritional requirements.
The bar chart displayed the average number of hours students spend study every day. The most popular response was 1 to 2 hours, which was chosen by 48.8% of respondents, demonstrating that over half of all students devote a reasonable amount of time to everyday study. The second most popular option, 2 to 3 hours, was chosen by 26.8% of students, indicating that a quarter of them devote slightly more time to study. Meanwhile, 14.6% of respondents said they study for 3 to 4 hours a day, with only 9.8% studying for more than 4 hours. This data reveals that most students study for a short length of time each day, with fewer students devoting more time to their regular study habits. According to the pie chart, the data illustrate how students typically plan their daily agenda. Nearly half of the students prefer a flexible and unstructured approach to day planning. As seen by the most popular response, I go with the flow, which was selected by 46.3% of respondents. With 29.3% of the vote, the second most popular response was I plan things in my head, indicating that a sizable percentage of students plan in their mind without the aid of any equipment. In contrast, 14.6% of students said they use a planner or app, indicating that the smaller group use more order and orderly approaches. Just 9.8% of respondents said they make no plans at all. According to this statistic, students generally have a propensity to use impromptu or unstructured planning techniques rather than formal tools of plan. And lastly, this bar chart shows the most significant issues that the students experience when it comes to time management. Procrastination was the most frequently mentioned challenge, chosen by 41.5% of respondents, suggesting that the biggest problem influencing student time management is assignment postponement. Getting easily distracted was the second most prevalent obstacle, selected by 29.3% of students, indicating that many students also struggle to concentrate. Furthermore, 24.4% of the students stated that their biggest problem was having too many activities, indicating that the hectic schedule disturbed time management issues. Lack of planning was cited by just 4.9% of respondents as their main problem. According to the study, internal obstacles like procrastination and distraction are more significant than external ones, like workload or planning practices.
In this section, we asked 41 participants about their preferred study method. As shown in the chart, the majority, 46.3%, chose practicing with past papers. This suggests that most students find applying knowledge through past questions the most effective way to prepare for exams. The second most popular method was reading notes, selected by 29.3%, indicating that many still rely on written materials for revision. Watching videos or tutorials came next with 14.6%, showing that multimedia tools also play a role in study habits. Lastly, only 9.8% preferred study group, making it the least chosen method. This chart shows what helps students concentrate the most while studying. As you can see, the most popular choice was soft background music, selected by 39% of the respondents. This indicates that many students find calming music helpful for maintaining focus during study sessions. Next was complete silence, with 29.3% showing that a significant number of students work best without any noise. Short breaks between study sessions were selected by 26.8%, highlighting the importance of rest and mental recovery. Only 4.9% chose study apps or timers, making that the least popular method. Now, let's look at the data collected for the question, where do you usually study? The majority, 58.5%, study at home, which suggests is the most comfortable and convenient option for most. About 24.4% said they don't have a fixed place to study. This could point to challenges in finding a consistent or suitable environment. Only 17.1% study at the library, which shows that while libraries are still useful, they are less popular than home. Interestingly, no one reported studying at a cafe or public place, which may mean these settings aren't seen as effective for academic work. Next, let's move to discussion of findings. We surveyed 41 Uitm Rembau students and identified 4 key areas: demographics, lifestyle, time management, and study methods. In demographics, most students were 18 until 20 years old, and 70.7% were female, 65.9% were from the diploma in business studies. This reflects a young, mostly female student group and early in their academic journey. Next, lifestyle. 85.4% don't get enough sleep and only 4.9% exercise daily. 61% admit to unhealthy diets. These habits can reduce focus, memory, and motivation. As for the time management, only 9.8% study over 4 hours daily. Nearly half study just 1 until 2 hours. Most don't use planners, and procrastination, 41.5%, were the top issue, followed by distractions. And lastly, study methods. Past papers, 46.3% were the most used method, but few use active strategies or study tools. 58.5% study at home with low library usage. So these findings highlight key student struggles such as poor habits, lack of planning, and limited study techniques, all of which can be improved with the right support. The survey shows that UITM Rembau students face common academic challenges but still strive for success. Many struggle with poor lifestyle habits like lack of sleep, exercise, and healthy eating, which affect their focus. Time management is also an issue, with most studying only 1 to 2 hours a day, often procrastinating, and rarely use planner tools. Students prefer using past papers and notes and study best in quiet environments with soft music or regular breaks. Most students study at home, though some lack a fixed space. In conclusion, these findings highlight the need for support programs like academic guidance, time management workshops, and health initiatives to help students overcome these challenges and boost their academic performance. Based on data from Uitm Rembau students, 3 key challenges were identified that impact academic performance: poor time management, insufficient sleep, and ineffective study strategies. First, many students struggle with procrastination and lack of planning. To address this, the university could offer workshops on setting study goals, managing schedules, and using digital tools like Google Calendar. Second, lack of sleep is a serious issue, with students averaging only 5 to 6 hours a night. This affects focus, memory, and learning. We recommend promoting healthy sleep habits through awareness campaigns and reducing screen time before bed. Offering flexible class times or online learning could also help students align their sleep schedules with their studies. Lastly, while many students rely on past exam papers and tutorial videos, they often struggle to maintain focus. UITM should provide workshops on proven techniques like active recall. Enhancing the study environment with quiet zones and group spaces, along with promoting focus tools like Pomodoro timers and study apps, can also make a big difference.